Good afternoon, everybody. What is going on? I am jeffgrantMEDIA. Today's real user review, we're going to take a look at the Dixxon Flannel Company Redrum shirt. Now, I have absolutely no affiliation in any way, shape, or form with Dixxon. I bought this shirt with my own money. I did not share this content with Dixxon prior to publication. If they want to see this, they will see this when you do. So I have now been on the hunt for a Western-style red buffalo plaid flannel forever. The one that I really want and kept searching for is the Ironheart UHF Red Buffalo Plaid. They have a Western cut. It's awesome. It's like $400, so that's quite pricey. That's like the top end of my price range, and it's never in stock. So I've not been able to get one. So I've been searching for something similar. I knew I wasn't going to get quite Ironheart quality, but I've been searching for something similar. And the closest thing that I could find was the Dixxon. Now, this does have a pleated back. There's no Western yoke on it, but it does have the pointed Western pockets. There are also no snaps. This shirt has buttons, but it was the closest thing that I could find to what I was looking for, and for $50, I figured it was worth a shot. Boy, was I surprised when it landed on my doorstep. So before we get into it, let's start with a few of the specs and features of the shirt. The Dixxon Redrum 10-year flannel comes in at $49.99 USD. The shirt features a microfiber cloth inside the bottom left corner of the shirt for cleaning of those glasses. A hanging loop on the back of the neck so you can toss this shirt on just about any coat rack. Hidden collar stays so your collar will stay down, which is very useful if you are cruising on two wheels. It features a pleat across the back to give you a little bit more range of motion. And the shirt is made from Dixxon's signature D-Tech blend that minimizes shrinking and keeps those wrinkles away. Now, for point of reference, I am 5'9", roughly 175 to 180 pounds, and I am wearing a size large. So first, let's break down that name, the Redrum 10-year flannel. We're going to use that term flannel very loosely. 10-year is not because they think this is a 10-year shirt. This is a decade shirt. It's called 10 years because this shirt has been around in their lineup for 10 years. So this shirt has just been the red buffalo plaid that they call the Redrum, has been in their arsenal for 10 years. This isn't like a Flint & Tinder 10-year hoodie that they have a 10-year guarantee on it because that sweatshirt's gonna last you at least 10 years. No, doesn't have that. It's just been around in the Dixxon lineup for 10 years. Now, we're gonna start with the negatives, and again, staying with the name, the Dixxon Redrum flannel. This is most certainly not a flannel shirt. This is simply a poly blend shirt that has a buffalo plaid print on it. This is not a flannel. This is not cozy. It's not soft. It's not something that I would put on when it's cold and chilly outside because I want to have that cozy, warm feeling. No, this is literally a polyester shirt that has a buffalo plaid print on it. And the very first time I saw a Dixxon flannel was about a day or two before this one landed on my doorstep. We were at a haunted hayride, and there was a guy in front of me that had a Dixxon flannel on. That was the first time I saw it in person, and I saw it and I thought, I really hope that is some other model that Dixxon makes, because that's not a flannel shirt. That's just a shirt with a plaid pattern on it. And then sure enough, when mine landed on my doorstep, it is not a flannel. So the biggest negative with this shirt is the fact that it's not a flannel at all. It looks like a flannel, but it's not a flannel at all. Now, the first time I wore this, we took a weekend trip to upstate New York. It was just, temperatures had just dropped here. It was really cold, and I had this landed right before, so I was like, all right, perfect. Dixxon flannel's coming. I can wear a nice cozy flannel. We're going up to upstate New York. It's gonna be even colder up there. And then it was like 75 degrees in upstate New York, while it was like 45 degrees in northeastern Pennsylvania. So even though I was very disappointed that it was not a flannel shirt, the very first time I wore it, the fact that it was not a flannel shirt did actually work in my favor. So if you live in warmer climates, like down south, and you like the look of a flannel, but you can't wear a flannel because, you know, it's 1000% humidity down south, and it's usually, you know, hotter than hell down there, you could probably get a Dixxon Flannel Company shirt and have that look without having that actual heavier, fuzzy flannel material, because you're not going to be able to wear a flannel down south. So if you do want a flannel and you live down south, this might be for you, because it is in fact not a flannel. It would work out better in warmer temperatures. And there was a comment on my initial unboxing video. The guy, I believe he said he lived in Florida, bought them and liked them because they're not flannels, but they look like flannels. So he's able to wear these in Florida and not essentially sweat to death because he's not wearing a flannel shirt in Florida, but it looks like he is. So he gets that look in the heat without having to wear an actual flannel, which would be way too heavy for Florida. So there's my biggest negative. My other negative is the microfiber cloth that it comes with. Now, while I found it incredibly useful because this shirt is not a flannel, I did like the fact that it had a microfiber cloth, but they put this Redrum branding on there, which does create smudges on your glasses. So they essentially made this nice microfiber cloth useless. Now, if they simply put the microfiber cloth on there and don't put the Redrum branding on it right there, it's 100% useful. It's very convenient. I liked it. I did use it, but I did find that it ended up smudging my glasses a little bit more than cleaning my glasses. So it's a very useful and good idea, but it's implemented poorly. So take that branding off it and just have a simple microfiber cloth. I've never seen another shirt like that. It's just gonna work perfectly. So maybe, Dixxon, if you're listening, just take the branding off that, and you're gonna lose one of those negatives right away. But other than that, I mean, the shirt, it fits good. I like the fit, I like the cut. The pleat in the back, although I do prefer a Western yoke, the pleat in the back does give me a little bit of more range of motion. And I am wearing a size large, and I did find it was a little bit tight, not across the chest, across the back, like right across like the middle of my rib cage for some reason. That was the first time I ever had tightness here in like the middle of my rib cage, like almost where the bottom of the pockets were. But now that I've worn it a couple of times and I've washed it, it's stretched out just enough where I don't feel that at all. It feels completely fine. Like I felt it across the chest and across the back, but it was like, it is in that weird spot. It was kind of low. It wasn't across my shoulders where I normally find my shirts to be a little bit tight. So I don't know if it's because that pleat's back there or if it's just the material stretched out a little bit, but overall the fit and the cut is really nice. Now, I have washed and worn this, and I've been wearing this for a couple of days, and it's a little wrinkly, but yeah, the D-Tech material is kind of keeping a lot of those wrinkles away, so it's not a wrinkly mess, so you can wear this shirt a couple of days or a couple of times before you want to wash it. And a point of note that I need to make is that when I first got this flannel, I almost sent it back. I kind of knew what I was getting myself into after I saw it a day or two before I got mine. And I'm pretty sure it even came over on camera when I did the unboxing and I touched it for the first time, and it was not what I was expecting. I almost sent it back, but I figured it's close to what I was looking for, even if it's not a flannel material. It was $50, which is an okay investment for me. Now, $50 might be a lot of money to you, which is fine. $50 is a good chunk of change. I'm not gonna lie. Like $50 could go towards bills. It could go towards anything other than a flannel shirt that, in the scheme of things, that I could definitely live without. But for me at the time, I thought $50 was a minimal investment to check it out and to give it a whirl, because in the long run, if I spend the $50 and it's something that might be a reach for you and it's not what you're looking for, I would like to let you know that this shirt is not exactly what it's being portrayed to be, in which case it is not. It is not a flannel shirt. So they need to take flannel out of the name. It is not a flannel shirt. But I did keep it, I did wear it, and again, the fit, it feels good, it wears well. The D-Tech material does work. It's keeping those wrinkles away. I've been wearing this for a couple of days now. I have washed it once. I didn't see any shrinkage, and it still looks good. It didn't really lose any color. Now, I generally wash my clothes on cold, and I did manage to catch this right when the dryer finished, so it wasn't sitting in the dryer getting extra wrinkly because there was other clothes piled on top of it. So I did manage to get it. It was still warm out of the dryer in time, and it looks good. I don't think it faded at all. So overall, the cut and the finish is good, though the finish is not what I was looking at. Now, the thing that I believe Dixxon does, and they do really, really well, is their marketing. They call these shirts ridiculous names. This one, for instance, is the Redrum. And while it has no resemblance to anything in The Shining, here's Johnny, it's just a good catchy name because it is a red buffalo plaid flannel. They also have the Chucky, which does resemble the clothing palette that Chucky wears in the movies. They have a Club Tattoo Snake and Eagle flannel. They have an Axel Crew flannel. They have a Life of Agony flannel. They had a David Bowie flannel. And they just do a really good job at marketing. They get some good pop culture references. They put some colors together that look like they would go with that name, and they sell well. They also have a pretty good cult following. And to be honest, it's not a bad garment. It's put together well. It's wearing well. I like the way it's hanging off the body. It fits me good, but I feel like it was also very deceiving because this is most certainly not a flannel shirt. This is just a poly button-down shirt that has a buffalo plaid print on it, and it is not cozy, it's not comfortable as a flannel. Not that it's not comfortable, I'm not gonna say that. It is a comfortable shirt to wear, but it's not a cozy flannel shirt that I was expecting to get when I ordered a flannel shirt. So all in all, is it worth $50? That's the rub, because some of these shirts go on sale for like 20, 30 bucks, and I'd say $30 is it's a pretty fair price for this, for what it is. Again, the quality, it's not bad. It's an imported shirt. It's not a flannel by any way, any shape or means, but it's not a bad shirt. The quality's okay. It's wearing well. So far, it's doing what it should do as a shirt. It looks good on me. It's wearing good on me. It's staying virtually wrinkle-free, but it's not a flannel. And that Redrum, that just smudges on the glasses. So this microfiber cloth works, but once that Redrum logo gets on your glasses, it just smudges. So it has two major negatives. It's not a flannel, and that silly logo on the microfiber cloth, just remove that. Just completely remove that, and that strike's gone. But I don't know if it's worth 50 bucks. I'd say the quality's good. It's a decent quality shirt, but if you can get it for like $30, I'd say it's a $30 shirt all day long. I mean, it fits good. It didn't shrink at all. It has that look to it. If you want a flannel and you live down south where it's warm, but you can't wear a flannel, this might be something for you because it has the look to it, but it doesn't have the warmth to it. Now, it worked out for me the first time I wore it again. It was way warmer in upstate New York than I thought it was gonna be, so I was lucky that I didn't have a flannel on because I probably would have been dying and sweating to death. But all in all, I feel like I was deceived a little bit, and I did not receive a flannel shirt. And I did toss around the idea of sending it back, but I did keep it, and I am wearing it, so I'm gonna keep the shirt. I'm not gonna try to send it back now at this point. I've already worn and washed it, but if you were looking for a flannel shirt, do not buy a Dixxon flannel shirt because they are not flannel shirts. They are just polyester shirts that are of a decent quality that have flannel prints on them. They are not fuzzy, they are not cozy, they are not going to keep you warm in the colder months if you live up north. So go ahead and pass on them. If you want some suggestions of other flannel shirts that are really good and affordable, drop a comment down below. I will answer and I will give you some suggestions. So with that, if you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you can get notifications the next time I post a brand new video. Good night.